for joining us today on Something to Think About with Pastor Mike, where the topics can range from current events, historical perspectives, practical Bible application, to whatever's on his mind today. People have stereotypes of what it means to be a Christian, and one thing's for sure, Pastor Mike loves breaking those stereotypes. Pastor Mike Hasseltine is the senior pastor of Maranatha Church with campuses in Forest Lake and Chisago, Minnesota. With over 40 years of practical pastoral ministry, Pastor Mike challenges us to be real people, loving a real God, right in the midst of all our real lives. Now, here's Pastor Mike. Well, hey, good morning. Guess what?
What?
I'm not Pastor Mike.
No, you ain't.
Well, welcome everybody to Something to Think About with Pastor Mike. He is away today, which means we're going to maybe, I don't know, pick on him or whatever. Mm-hmm. I want to do some quick introductions to the folks that we get the privilege of being in the studio with today, starting with our producer, KJ. Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How
good.
are you?
I'm doing good. Good to see you. Did you have a good week?
I did, yeah.
Nice.
I put in a 2-week notice at one job, so now I'm just down to one full-time job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
I know. I'm going to have all this time in the world.
A whole lot of juggling going on. Today, also, we happen to have the privilege of having John Bodine with us. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
How are you?
Really good. It's good. Friday.
It's Friday. Whoop. Friday. And Dan Dolliger, welcome.
Good morning.
How
How's
you doing?
my hair?
Your hair.
Oh, sorry.
Says the bald guy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very tidy.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Yep. So it's a good day. It's Friday, and we're tickled to be here and talk to you.
Yeah, very cool. Thanks for joining us. And we are going to have a wonderful discussion about an exciting event that's going to be coming up here this next Friday, not today, but a week from today. So we'll get into that. But before we do, okay, so Pastor Mike is away today.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know they've got all kinds of things to do. I was picking on him for, you know, just the variety of things he could maybe be doing.
Things we talked about, you know.
Yeah, like, I don't know, are you taking a sushi making class, or are you learning macrame? Are you...
He could be testing a new Oreo flavor.
You know, you have been an incredible supporter of his Oreo expansion over the years.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. I think you're responsible for all the joy and fun we had regarding Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Related to Oreos.
Yes, those were fabulous from the reactions that I saw.
Exactly. Kelly even got to try some. It was really very funny.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it just tasted like pure sugar to me, so flavor regardless.
So fun. So yeah, he's going to be away for today, and but in the meantime, I'm just watching my phone in case he happens to text in, because you just never quite know what he's going to do.
The unexpected of Mike.
Yes, that's exactly right.
He can't call in, right?
Well, he could call my phone. Yeah, he actually could call in if he wanted to. But
it's on mute. We won't.
But that's on us to put him in.
No, but it will flash at me if that's the case. So, but yeah, I wanted to share with us the national days that are coming up for today, so that everybody can plan their day accordingly. You know, they might already have their day planned, but you know, in case you've got any flexibility, and then some that I think are just interesting for us to know for the rest of the week. Okay, so today is National Balloon Ascension Day.
Ascension,
not descension.
No.
Yeah, so that'd be a bad day.
It's moving up the list.
It's
helium is involved.
Okay, so the National Balloon Ascension Day is celebrated annually to commemorate the first manned hot air balloon flight in America. It was launched by a French aeronaut, Jean-Pierre Blanchard, from Philadelphia on this day in 1793. And President George Washington got to witness that.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
In what town?
Philadelphia.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So unlike the guy that tried to do it in his lawn chair with a BB gun to shoot him down so he could get down, remember that thing?
Yeah.
Somebody tied 1,000 balloons on a chair and launched himself 20,000 feet in the air. Yeah, I don't know if he survived that.
Well,
but-
and not to make light of somebody's health issue,
No.
but for goodness sake, I mean, gravity's faithful.
That's taking it to the extreme.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So, okay, National Balloon Ascension Day. So,
Have any of you ever been to the balloon fiesta in New Mexico?
no.
It's pretty amazing. I think they do it in October,
Okay.
and it's right near the Sandia Mountains, kind of by Albuquerque. But there's like hundreds of balloons. So if you get up real early, all of a sudden you just see hundreds of these balloons taking off. It's like this week-long deal.
Wow.
It's great for little kids, but it's a pretty amazing event to go to.
Yeah.
You have to book stuff well in advance, probably a year, because all the hotels get packed out. And,
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're ever in Albuquerque or Rio Rancho, something to do there,
Yeah.
aside from the food.
Aside from the food, yeah. Or if you just happen to be fascinated by big hot air balloons.
Would you do it? Would you climb in a basket and go up and then come down?
I'd have to consider it in the moment. I don't really know. I mean, there's always this pro-con thing of, if I could remotely die. I factor in, because I've got other things that don't include dying that I really would like to pack in before I go see Jesus.
Right.
So, I don't want to be too terribly risky.
Right.
But, I don't know. How about you?
No.
No?
Absolutely not. I
Yeah,
have
I'm in
zero.
the same boat. No thanks.
You're
Zero
not
desire.
interested? How about you, John?
I'll watch.
No.
No? Do we have any bungee jumpers in the group today?
No.
No?
Again, parasailing, I darn near died.
I was going to say, get on your
Oh,
honeymoon?
yeah. Yep. It was in the middle of a bay in Mexico.
Okay.
And we were on a dock in the middle of the bay, and they put this boat out and put the parasail up. And when the little guy put his arm down, the boat took off. I took 3 steps, dropped in the water, and they dragged me 100 yards in the water. And I found out later that as long as your parachute's up, they're going to go until, because sometimes it jerks you right out of the water and does it. Well, not me. My big butt did not come out of the water.
Oh, no.
And darn near drowned on my honeymoon. So I had my camera, 35 millimeter camera on me, fully dressed, not thinking we're going to go for a swim.
Wow.
So, but then when they came back, I did it a second time, foolishly, got up, and then when they brought it in, they put the rope on a carabiner
Yeah.
to bring you right back to the dock. So you were coming right back there. And these 2 guys were tacklers, and they just put their arms up like a blocking dummy, which I was the dummy, and they landed flat on my back when they pulled me into the dock. It was boom, and down I went. So I'll never parasail again either. So
We tend to think these things, and a lot of these things are presented as so tidy and clinical.
Oh,
and,
man.
Sure, there's no problem. But then when you see the 4-page waiver you need to sign,
Oh, yeah.
that always gives me
If we
pause.
kill
How
you,
long's your
it's
waiver?
not our fault,
That's
right?
exactly right. So,
All right.
Yeah. National Balloon
I don't
Ascension
even
Day.
do carnival rides at the Forest Lake Carnival.
Wow.
No?
Yeah, that's
I'm so risk averse. I'm like, I'll watch. Let's see what happens.
you learn.
We'll see what happens. You know what that's called, Kelly? Survival of the fittest.
That's wisdom.
Yes. It's also National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day.
Yay.
Yay!
Yes.
We love our law enforcement. That's
they need
there's-
a lot of it right now.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. It's also National Apricot Day. Do you pronounce it apricot or apricot?
APRA.
Apricot.
Yeah.
Okay. Consensus. Okay. Do you like them?
If I eat them, it's usually when they're dried.
Okay.
Yeah. One of
Yeah.
our chefs for cooking next weekend is from California, and they would soak it or bathe it in hot sauce, apricots, dried apricots,
Wow.
and then eat them, or dates, these things, and then so it's a sweetie hot
Yeah.
type flavor, but no, not a
I think we need an experiment.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Okay. No. It's also National Static Electricity Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun. Did you do that? Do you have siblings?
I do have siblings, but what do you mean? The whole
Socks.
scooching
Oh yeah, running
and
with the
the
socks, and then they're sitting there watching TV, and you hit the ear. You walk up behind the couch, and you like, whap,
Wow.
and then run, because usually, I was the smallest. I was the youngest, so
Oh, were you really?
yeah. So
that
I
explains
mean,
a whole lot,
like
John.
it was zap and run, and I was gone.
So you're a ninja.
Yeah.
Well, the balloon thing, where you rub the balloon on your shirt and then you put it in your hair. When
Yeah.
I used to have hair, then the hair would go
Like, that's going to work for you right now.
No, the beard maybe. Nah, maybe
You
not.
need a whole lot of static electricity.
You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is. And this time of year, I don't know
It's
in
easy
other
this time of
places,
year.
but it's easy this time of year. It's so dry and
Yep.
all that kind of stuff. But yeah, National Static Electricity Day. Okay, so coming up this week, there was one day that I wanted to highlight, and it's this Sunday. And one of the things that's special about this Sunday, it's National Sunday Supper Day. National Sunday Supper. So
Hot dish.
I get that people want to encourage people gathering together and having a supper together on Sunday. But man, what a great habit to have sometime in your week, at least, of being able to gather and all of that. Did your families do Sunday supper when you were growing up?
We ate supper together most of the time,
Yeah.
until we got old enough to where we were in sports and
Yeah.
starting to run around.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, dinner with the family was pretty common.
Yeah.
Now, no. I mean, it's
Well,
chaos.
you've got a
we
busy
might
family.
get 2 of the 6 kids
Yeah.
at a time, and then Christmas dinner,
Oh, sure.
Thanksgiving dinner,
Yeah.
The
Easter
ones
dinner.
Yes.
So 3 times a year we do sit down at the same table.
Nice.
But yeah, it should be more. We do, but
Yeah. No.
Yeah, growing up, Mom would put a roast in the oven before we went to church.
That is a classic church lady move.
A roast, potatoes, onions, carrots, and in the oven. And then back then, church was 3.5 hours. So you went to Sunday school,
Yep.
then you went to the service, and then afterwards a lot of chatting, and then we'd go home and that roast was done to perfection. So and then if company came over, somebody happened to be in town, the family code word was FHB. Family hold back, so don't eat your normal portion of too much, and so that way there was enough for the customers, your friends. I've been in the kitchen. way
You've
too
been in the
long.
kitchen for a long
like,
time.
yeah,
That's
My
right.
customers.
Yeah.
you're concerning me.
Yeah.
Well, and what a cool, family code words are really very cool. We have not so much code words in our family as we do code signals, but I like that, family hold back and as a way of just expressing affection for everybody else that's coming and making sure they have enough.
And then if we were setting the table, Dad would say bread, butter, salt, pepper, and make sure you have all these things on the table. And so Mom didn't have to be the only one,
Nice.
set it up, clean it up. So, yeah.
Yeah, division.
But
of
we were
duties.
regular meal eaters.
Yeah, were you? How about you, Kelly?
Growing up, my family didn't really share meals together. I prioritize that now with my daughter, though,
Yeah.
as often as I can.
Yeah.
Get her involved in making it since she's so picky. She eats like the same 5 things. Like my only rule with her is you got to choose a meat and 2 vegetables, and then you can have whatever you want.
Nice.
If she could choose, she would literally eat mac and cheese every day, but
Okay.
I don't even have it in my house.
Yeah.
So she typically leans towards the side of bacon, ham, sausage as the meat.
Yeah.
Salmon is the new one again.
That's wonderful.
And then cucumbers and tomatoes, which she informed to me are not technically vegetables. And I'm like, well, I'll
Yeah.
make you choose 2 vegetables if you're not going to eat them. And does a pretty good job.
That's cool. Yeah. Tomatoes and cucumbers together are just great. We do
Yeah.
that a lot at my house.
Yeah, we're getting fancy with it now. We're putting yellow pepper in there with some vinegar and salt. It's her favorite
Ooh.
salad in the world.
Wow.
And it's easy.
Yeah, I love the easy. Yeah.
And good for you.
Yeah, we did family dinner when we a portion of my growing up. I just remember going to my grandmother's house, my Cajun maman, and she would have Sunday dinner, and we would enjoy that occasionally when we were in town. But yeah,
Food had flavor.
food had flavor. So maybe Sunday doesn't quite fit in your schedule, but yeah, let me encourage you to
Pick a day.
Pick a day and invite somebody over to eat with you and relax and enjoy the moment because, yeah, food's good and usually the company is too. So, yeah.
So being that it was your grandmother was Cajun, was it spicy? Do you like spicy?
Yes. So between the food that I had growing up, it was really funny. My mom was very, very proud of her Cajun roots. And so there were some dishes that I had to learn to make well before I was allowed to move out of the house. and I have, it was kind of a pain in the rumpus back then, but it's wonderful now. And so I didn't quite require it for my kids, but interestingly, they all asked, and so we do that. But yeah.
Yeah, I love spicy food.
Do you?
I mean, with a child, I don't get to do it. So when I don't have her, it's like spicy everything.
Spicy everything. Well, and it's almost like I have a little Mexican woman living inside of me, because really I could eat Mexican food all day, every day. Around here in the office, the joke is, if I'm going to ask what people, if the question is, what would people like for lunch, everybody always knows what I want to eat. And so I almost discount it, because
there's a great place near me called Ponchos in Circle Pines.
I've been there. Their tamales are out of this world. They're so tender and moist. Yeah, I love their tamales.
They know me by name there, because
do they?
It's my kitchen away from home. It's like when I don't have my child, then I'm like, I'm not cooking. I'm going out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a great place to go.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Ponchos, and it's Lino, right, on Lexington?
Circle Pines.
Lexington
Pines. Border there.
Sure. Yeah. So very fun. Well, really excited about being able to connect with you guys today about what's coming. And what I mean by that is, we've got this event that's on the church calendar, and it's been on the church calendar for a long time, so I'd like to find out more about that. And it's our Wild Game Dinner. So John's our event lead, and on the team is also Dan, who cares for wrangling all of the interesting food. So, John, any idea how long we've been doing the Wild Game Dinner?
I believe it's 36 years.
What?
I've been lead for, this is my fourth one.
Wow.
Yeah. So, so there's a long history before me.
Wow.
My understanding is it started with just guys getting together, and doing like a wild game dinner every year. And then at some point it expanded into, hey, let's invite more people, and then it turned into an event.
Yeah, like they do.
Yeah. And now we're usually between 400 and 500 people that we serve the night of. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And this year we've got great vendors and great speaker and all that stuff.
Well, speaking of which, okay, so it sounds like there's what all goes into this event. So it sounds like there's great food, there's a speaker that you guys have, there's vendors. What's all that about?
Yeah, well, we open the doors up at 4, and dinner will get served at 6. So we'll let people into the dinner area at about 5:45, because they sit fast, and then they want to eat. So
6-ish.
Six-ish, yeah. I cut Dan gave me the high five.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like, oh, he's ready to go. He was like, no, I needed 5 more minutes.
Oh.
So, we made it work. So
we get our family signals better.
Got a little mixed up last year, but yeah. But before that, we've got vendors. I mean, we've got all kinds of vendors this year. EcoFund's going to be here. Soda Arms is going to have a booth here. USCCA is going to be here.
What is USCCA?
United States Conceal and Carry Association.
Okay.
So they're an insurance for people that conceal carry.
Yeah.
We've got 2 fishing guides coming in, one that guides bass, one that guides muskie. We've got a German Shorthair pointer trainer and breeder.
Wow.
We've got Gopher Rifle Revolver Club, long distance shooting club, and then their junior program, which actually there's a lot of kids.
We have a lot of kids, from church.
I think we got close to a dozen kids that shoot on Thursday nights at the Legion.
Some really good.
It's air rifles. Yeah.
You can shoot at our Legion?
The air rifles, yeah.
Oh, air.
And they've been doing it for like 25 years, and I didn't realize that. Yeah. So I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming in. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Now, in the past, you've had somebody that grades.
The antler scores.
Antler scores.
Yep, and they score. They're official scores, so you can bring your antlers in. Whether it's they can do elk, but mainly, obviously, Minnesota, it's whitetail, moose. But you can bring your antlers in, get them officially scored.
Wow.
And then depending on how you took the animal, whether it be with gun or archery, it's either Boone and Crockett or Pope and Young. And then there's different minimum scoring that you need to get your name into the book.
Wow.
But yeah, that's a big thing every year. We probably have a dozen or more heads that come in every year.
Wow.
Some are fully mounted. Most of them are just the skull.
Okay.
We've had some that were sheds they found just so they got both sides. But
sure. Okay.
So yeah, it's really interesting. They do a great job. They're kind of a staple at this one.
Okay.
So they do a really nice job with us.
Very interesting. And this is a guys' event.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
It's our largest men's event for the church.
Okay.
Where it's specifically geared towards men.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, it's consistent. It shows. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Guys get together. They can just
Be guys.
be guys.
Yeah.
Be guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to have room for that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really fun to have room for that.
And then our speaker this year is Dave Hart. He's a local business owner. He owns Soda Arms, which is a custom gun builder. And I thought of him because he actually had his business burned down last year.
Oh, wow.
Last spring. And so he's going through the whole rebuild process of that. And I don't know the full story that he's going to tell us, but he may give us the burn, the rebuild, rising from the ashes type of thing. Because I believe he was hoping it would be January 1st the new building was open. So
Okay.
yeah,
He's had a lot going on in his life.
A lot. And he's a fisherman, avid shooter. So, I mean, he's going to have some interesting stuff. So I thought it'd be a little bit different than what we normally have. Usually it's a hunting story or something, but
Sure.
yeah, it's always nice to highlight the local guys.
It is. It is. Very
And
cool.
he's not a professional speaker either, is he?
This is his first event.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
It is. I mean,
Make it
he's
to
been.
break
I've
down.
heard him on podcasts and that,
Yeah.
which is a little bit different. It's just like 3 people or whatever sitting around a table talking. So, he's comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
And I told him it's the same thing.
Right.
Just
Right.
you're sitting around a table talking to people. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's excited. So we're excited to have him. It'll be something new, something different. And
Yeah.
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 That's very cool. That's very cool.
Cool.
And so I wanted to connect with you, Dan, maybe in the second portion of the show, a little bit more about what the food has been like, what it potential. I realize there's a whole, almost state secrets involved with what's happening around here for what foods and meats and all that other kind of stuff are going to be served. So we'll get into that second hour. John, I wanted to ask you. So you mentioned that he has this business that he's been our speaker has been. He's a hunter and fisherman. What other kind of speakers have we had in the past?
We had a guy, the guy last year, and now I'm blanking on his name. I'm so glad he lives in Louisiana. He won't hear this. He had just a great story, tragic story, but
Yes,
very interesting
Matthew
story.
somebody?
Yes, Matt Branch.
Matt
Thank
Branch, you bet.
But yeah, he had a hunting accident and lost a leg.
Wow.
And I mean, should have passed away multiple times during the chaos of the story. And just he's a normal guy now. I mean, 6'7", but he's normal. And just everything, all in between, different types of hunters. We've had fishermen. One of the first years they started bringing in speakers, I believe. One of the Robertsons from Duck Dynasty came in.
Phil Robertson was here?
Yep, he came in and spoke. We've had Babe Winkleman here.
Linders. Al Linder.
And Linders were here. Yeah, so I mean, it's a variety of people that we'll bring in. We had a local author a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just it doesn't have to necessarily be centered around a Christian event. It's a story. It's a guy, and
guys getting together and enjoying about this area. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're going to be going to a station break. I want to encourage you to jump back in here with us when it's over, and we're going to continue the discussion.
You're listening to Something to Think About with me, Pastor Mike, a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. We'd love to hear from you. If you have questions or comments about today's show, email us at wajc@yourliferadio.com. If you're ever in the Forest Lake area, I'd love to personally invite you to join us for a Sunday morning service at 9:30 a.m. or Wednesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. There's something for everyone.
Something to Think About with Pastor Mike is a production of WAJC Your Life Radio, which is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. You can find more information on the web at realchurch.org. Now, back to Something to Think About. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is Pastor Robin sitting in Pastor Mike's chair. We miss him today, but determined to have fun in the meantime. Before we get into grilling, one of our guests, I do want to highlight, we do have a few other shows on the WAJC that I'd like to bring to your attention. So Monday and Tuesday from noon to 1, I want to encourage you to listen in, to chew on this with Pastor Arlene and the team. We have a great time chewing over just all kinds of wonderful biblical topics, and it's just great. So that's Monday and Tuesday from noon to 1. Also on Thursdays from noon to 1 to In Pursuit with Pastor Bill and Denise. Pastor Bill is the campus pastor at our Chisago Lakes campus, and they have a great team around this show, and it's always fun discussion. Denise brings a word of the day, so there's so much education and fun and discussion. So yeah, you want to tune in. It's very cool. So welcome back. So Dan Dolliger, you wrangle the kitchen for the Wild Game Dinner. You and obviously a great team of people. So how long have you been doing that?
Oh, I've been assisting for probably 10 or plus years with other people that were in charge.
Sure.
So it's a great way to learn, not being a cook. I'm a machinist by trade, and so being a cook, to cook for 400 people is not something you just step into and do it. Mm-hmm. So with the planning and meetings, we meet weekly now, mm-hmm. but the cooks will get together quite often, and we have chats and texting back and forth on thoughts. A lot of times we don't know what we're going to cook until the meat shows up.
Of course.
And so John was able to get a bunch of beaver meat earlier, so we had at least one meat that we knew we were going to have, and that'll be fun to try and figure out how to present this beaver.
Yeah.
That it's still on the bone, so it's we're gonna have to get it off the bone. We'll cook it, and then we'll put it in something that's phenomenal. These two chefs that we have working together, are Le Cordon Bleu type trained chefs, and
mm-hmm.
have been in the industry for decades. So
mm-hmm.
I trust them to make it taste good.
Yeah.
And so then I just make sure that I have enough stuff for them to put it together.
Yeah.
And then we coordinate and work together as a team in there. It's unbelievable how well we work together in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it should be. When it's stressed, and I've been in there before when there's a lot of yelling, and because the stress at the last
hour. In a church kitchen? What?
The last hour of trying to put a meal like that together is extremely stressful. Yeah. And so, it can get chaotic. But the prepping and ahead of time, and if you're ready, the stress goes away mm-hmm. immensely. Mm-hmm. And so, and we're never ready. So mm-hmm. We change the menu up to the last moment. Sometimes, something shows up, we'll get a bunch of fish or something and then throw that together. But in the past, we've talked about, in the past when John was saying that it was just a few people getting together.
Yeah.
I know my dad was in charge of it for many years also. And when there's 20, 30 people, somebody's bringing in raccoon, they're bringing in roadkill, they're mm-hmm. bringing in badger, they're bringing in, whatever they found, and then laugh, and it's been frozen in a freezer.
Lots of squirrel,
and these guys
probably.
Cook it up. Yeah, squirrels and mm-hmm. rabbits, and
mm-hmm.
and it's pretty funny what they were eating at that one time. Everybody's favorite is the sandhill crane, and we've had that one time when somebody brought in. Yeah, they brought one in. Never made it out of the kitchen. Of course, that didn't go in a pot.
Cook's treat.
The cook's, that's a, So we would, if we could get 30 or 40 of those sandhills, somebody wants to bring them in, we would accept those as well. But this year we're a little shy on venison. It was
interesting.
All my buddies and everybody got a lot of deer, but people aren't donating it. Either that or they ate last year's. Mm-hmm. We get a lot of last year's. Hey, I got to clear the freezer out, and so we get that. Mm-hmm. But not so much this year. So we do have a couple of quarters that we'll brine and hopefully smoke if I can get the smoker out of the field and get that out soon enough. So we may have a different way of cooking that, but. Mm-hmm. And then the other meat this year, because we didn't get a lot of donations, we had to buy a bunch of meat.
Okay.
So we're going to get some rabbit.
Okay.
About 90 pounds of rabbit. Mm-hmm. And that will be strips. It's not ground rabbit, so we're going to be able to do something with that as well.
Yeah.
And so that'll be fun. And not 100% sure if people have heard of Hassepfeffer, that rabbit cuisine from Germany.
Yeah.
If you watch Bugs Bunny, that was Hassepfeffer. So that's been thrown around, but we never make a decision until usually Wednesday.
Okay.
Before all this stuff is going to come together. I need to be able to buy the buns and the potatoes or the rice or whatever it is we're going to mix in with it. We'll do baked vegetables, so we're going to do assorted root vegetables with potatoes. Nice. And then we'll quasi mash that, so we'll have that as a side, and then figure out a way to cook this rabbit. The all-time favorite is the jalapeno poppers.
Yes, sir, they are.
We make about 1,500 jalapeno poppers. Wow. And then that's an appetizer, so there's enough for 2 or 3 per person. And this year we're going to try and put the some ground rabbit in that and call it hoppin' poppers or hopper poppers. So it's fun to have cute little names for stuff, because what are you going to do? So in the past we've had flying sliders. Okay. So anything that was a bird type thing went into this slider meat.
That's fun.
So we had flying sliders. We have hopping poppers this year.
We have the special from Florida.
Oh, yep. Can't forget that. Gentleman.
Can the cat be put out of the... I did.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean
we don't care. It's only a week away. If we can get them to come because they're going to get to eat it.
Yeah, we had a couple of guys go down to Florida for iguanas.
Iguana.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize it, but iguana is called the chicken of the tree.
Down there.
It's supposed to have a really, like, almost a pork chicken style flavor and texture.
Interesting.
And yeah, it's apparently
very good.
I looked it up once I realized it, and I'm like, there's a lot of recipes for that. I'm like,
interesting.
Yeah, so we've got we don't have a ton of it. I think we got a little over 20 pounds, but we're going to try and make that work into some type of an appetizer.
We'll stretch it. Well, the thought is we're going to put that into a Korean street taco.
Okay.
Oh.
So it'll have a cabbage, and then we'll put some of the iguana in there. And so everybody will get a taste of iguana, hopefully, with the walking, the street taco, the little corn tacos.
That's awesome.
So we'll see. But yeah, that might change,
Yeah.
So
I heard the story about how that got back here too. Supposedly you can just put that in a check bag and load it up on the airplane.
With ice.
And
that was
fly
interesting.
Back here.
50 pounds. He just got another 50-pound luggage bag and brought back 50 pounds of iguana.
Flying iguana.
Flying. Well, yeah. If you've seen the videos where at 40 degrees they just fall out of the trees.
And then they have to put warnings out for people not to put them in their cars to warm them up.
Because they're not happy.
Because apparently once an iguana comes out of the deep freeze, it's a little ticked off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they've got claws.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be inside the car anymore.
No.
They whip you with their tails. I had one growing up as a kid. We had 2 of them. One was fine. The other one was just always so mean.
Yeah.
And they whip you with their tail.
But they have claws too.
Yep.
And then the wild ones are, they're
5-6
wild.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of them. I mean, they had probably 4 foot. They got a couple 4-footers.
Wow.
I don't know if that's big or not, but it looked big to me.
Yeah.
I see that walking down the sidewalk. I'm crossing the road.
Give it room.
Exactly. It's like, oh well,
It's hissing.
there you go, your side.
Yeah. All you can eat, or what they eat off of it, is the hind quarter, the hind legs meat, like a chicken leg, and then a portion of the tail. So that's what's brought back, and the rest of it is fertilizer.
Okay.
So, but there's lots of them.
It's invasive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
it just, you all of these different meats and food stuffs that you don't ordinarily see. I just think about the ingenuity and the hunger that has driven people to try just about anything.
Yeah. Well, we had roux stew a couple of years ago. So you brought in kangaroo. We had roux stew. I believe we've had
Sasquatch chili.
Yeah, there's not an official season for Sasquatch, so
that's
it was
not encouraged.
No, but it was found.
Okay.
Right.
Found
It's
Sasquatch.
frozen in Alaska.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, that was interesting to have that. It was a hodgepodge of different meats.
The
and
turtle?
We called it. Yeah, the turtle. That was fun. A turtle. We made a bouilla out of
Yeah.
the turtle.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Like a southern
I remember
southern
that.
bouilla.
Yep, I had a taste of that. It was good.
Kangaroo, turtle,
Alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually try and get something a little bit unique. We're already talking about next year. We're thinking of getting a group of guys to go do some peg hunting down in either Oklahoma or Texas.
My
And
family's done that. My brother's. I mean, that's dangerous.
I've done it. It's fun.
Oh, my gosh.
It's fun. But yeah, there's so that's in the making.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'd be nice to get, kind of do something like that. it was either that or iguanas.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
iguanas are actually it's tough because a lot of them are in the middle of the city. So walking around with a gun in the middle of a city of and they're air guns that they use. They're not like
And professional
Still.
guides.
yeah,
And
but they
this-
still have to call the local police. The guys that went down there, they were hunting in the city.
Wow.
And yeah, the guy would just call the police and say, "Hey, we're going to be between mile marker here and mile
Yeah.
marker here."
Yeah.
And they had, gun on a tripod, and they'd find them, and
Well, and all of the harvesting need and managing populations and
Yep.
all that other kind of stuff. It is a ecosystem juggle to be able to do that. And
yeah,
yeah.
and it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this year we're light on donations, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the one company we get stuff from. They have a wild beast mix, which is elk, buffalo, venison, and I believe
Wagyu.
wagyu.
Wow.
So
That's something else.
Yeah, it's a good grind, and it turns out. I mean, yeah. So these guys do. Everyone's like, "Oh, you do such a good job." I said, "I don't do anything. I find someone that'll talk, and then I throw a few prizes on a table, and then everyone's waiting for the kitchen. I mean, they're the star of the show is in the box there. They're in the
Frozen,
kitchen.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those guys have. I've asked them to do some stuff. I'm like, "Hey, can you just do this and change things a little bit?" And they've accommodated, and they've far exceeded expectations every single time.
It's so cool. Well,
Yeah.
and just watching that community develop and the excitement that comes around every year. I mean, people plan their time to be able to come to this. So to be able to support it and roll it out, yeah. Are there meats and things that you would love to see one
Python.
day in the future? Python, okay.
We've tried 2 or 3 years to try and get python. That's very difficult to get.
Is
this
it
time of
really?
year, yeah.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Well, Brian said that all the python in Florida goes to jerky.
Jerky.
Yeah, and there's a
Okay.
lot of python in Florida.
Wow.
But he said everything he can't touch it.
Wow.
The guy we have a guy on our team that works with the company that exotic meats is what
Yeah.
they do. So
Okay.
it actually works out really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of New Zealand. Actually, he's living in New Zealand and gets a lot of the meat from overseas and then flies
Wow.
it back here to different companies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Wow.
So yeah, yak. We could get ostrich. I've seen. The kangaroo. We were shocked. I think last year we had kangaroo. We talked about that on air, and we're surprised how good the kangaroo meat was. We thought we were going to have to stew it for a month before we could eat it.
Figured it would be way too muscular.
My, it was very good. So, and we found the same thing out with the beaver.
Yeah, we tried. We got 100 pounds of it from a local place up in Pine City.
Okay.
Food grade or whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
'cause
We didn't get a
generally-
bunch of beavers.
Beavers generally just ground into dog food.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's what I said. Do you have like stuffed people? He goes, well, yeah, I can get that. He goes, but yeah, generally they just grind bones and all because the bones are very tiny. So they grind it and they just have 1 pound packs and it's dog food,
Interesting.
which I didn't know. So we got it.
Yeah.
And Dan and the boys tried, I think, 6 different ways of seasoning and cooking type of stuff. So, we had to struggle through that one meeting.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Which one was
The
our
burden,
favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three of
try them again. Well, could you maybe try that one again, but
Yeah, and there wasn't
yeah,
much left.
it was surprising. Because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Really tender.
Yeah.
And the flavor was beyond what I expected.
Wow, that's really
And
that's
the
a great
simplest
surprise.
one, just salt, pepper, garlic,
Yeah.
that was my favorite.
Wow.
And
Okay.
he just pan fried it. And
Okay.
I mean, it just fell apart in your mouth. I was just like,
Wow.
oh, this is going to go well.
That's
Yeah, so-
awesome.
Yeah. Everybody get a taste. We're trying not to add a lot of fillers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that when we need to, but we'll be sure that everybody gets a taste of something.
Sure.
So you can say I've had, without having it all ground up or in a gravy.
Yeah.
That's one of the things in the past. There was so many cans of cream of
Yes.
mushroom or chicken to mix into gravies and then potatoes, and so we're trying really hard to not do that and make it a more authentic type of a meal. So it'll be fun. You'll be your $20 goes a long ways with the meal and the giveaways or the raffles and
door prizes. You can buy door prizes.
What? They're door prizes?
Yeah, the door prizes. So I got sponsors. We had sponsors this year for door prizes, local businesses that are sponsoring us so we can get some nicer stuff. So we've got some electric safes, bio safes that you can unlock with your finger.
Very cool.
Headsets. So we got, there's just lots of cool stuff that we're doing on that. We have to go out and do the ice fishing stuff and, the normal stuff that we usually get.
Yeah.
And then we do a gun giveaway every year.
Nice.
And that one, Soda Arms is going to build us one of the guns.
Wow, very cool.
And then we have a TriStar shotgun that will be in the group. And this year we're going to do a crossbow, which everyone's like, that's not a gun. I'm like, it's got a trigger. So,
I would love to shoot a crossbow.
Minnesota
First one
went
to
legal on
complain,
crossbows for everybody this year. So I'm like, well, it's a good thing to get. You know, so
well, and exposure to it. Yeah.
yeah, and
to be able to see.
it's a nice crossbow. And then we've got a 1-year membership to Best Defense
up
up in Forest Lake. So those are the 4 prizes for the gun game, and all of the guns will all be on display so you can look at them.
Very nice.
But yeah, I'm excited about the Soda Arm ones because he's going to do some special stuff, he said. So
That's really cool.
it'll be interesting to see what that looks like.
So folks are listening now and they're wondering, how in the world do I attend this event? So when is it going to happen?
It is Friday, January 16th.
At what time?
Doors open at 4 for you to come in and go through the vendors and that kind of stuff. Get involved in the appetizers. Our coffee shop will be open. They have a bacon flavored coffee that's amazing. I don't know how they came up with it,
they do.
It's a bacon flavored coffee, and it's probably their best seller that night.
Wow.
So
it's actually pretty good.
It is. I had it.
I have to say that.
I had it. It was. I was surprised too. Yeah. So, so they'll be open. So we'll have that going. The Gopher Junior program will have air rifles that you can shoot.
Okay.
And get more information on that if you've got kids.
Sure.
So there's just gonna be a lot of stuff to do there.
What age kids do we like to shoot
That's
for?
exactly right. So what are the ages?
Usually, it's not a hard age. Usually around 10, 12, they're old enough where they're not going to, we just
run around.
Adult
be
supervision
chaotic.
is required. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just like I said, every kid's a little bit different. We usually say 10, 12 years old is about the minimum age that we like, just because it's at that point they tend to hang out with Dad.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We definitely want a lot of dads bringing their boys.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. And then the dinner starts at 6. And
how much are the tickets?
$20.
$20.
Which is a bargain.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
get those online.
Okay.
You can go to realchurch.com, I believe.
.org?
.org,
Yep,
sorry.
no problem.
Realchurch.org. Go
Yep.
under Men's Ministry tab, and there'll be the game dinner there. You can go
Wonderful.
under our Facebook page.
Sure.
Or you can buy tickets at the night of the event.
Okay, so you can buy them online now.
Yep.
Through the web or call the church.
Yep.
Yeah, through the web, and or get them at the door.
Yep, get them at the door.
Wow.
And each dinner ticket, you also get a door prize ticket, one door prize ticket with it, and then you can purchase more of those if you want. And the
Okay.
gun game's an additional purchase if you want. So
Sure.
we don't have ATM. So
Okay. Yeah.
bring cash.
Bring cash.
We do have cards for at the doors, but each one of the door prize and the gun game we don't.
Sure.
Or do we? I'm trying to remember.
Safer to bring money,
Yeah.
like cash money.
Yeah, I think that was the easier
Or
way to
write
do
a
it.
check to the. Another good way, if you're going to buy $50 worth of tickets, you can write a check.
Yeah, the gun games are $10 a piece, and the raffles are $1 a piece, or $25 for 20. But yeah, it's.
So I realize this is, maybe a tough question, but given the amount of time that you've been attending and also serving, do you have a favorite thing? What's your favorite thing about this event?
Me personally, I'm a foodie.
You're a foodie.
So I love the fact that I get to try different food. And like I said, I challenge these guys all the time. I said, guys, I want something more than brown. So get me some color on the plate.
Sure.
And they blew it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
And then the exotics we bring in, they weren't looking to vary the flavor in the gravy.
Of course.
They want to serve it as natural as possible.
Yeah.
The shaving table, Dan came up with that. That's awesome. So we've got, deer hindquarters there, and they're shaving it right there.
Wow.
Some of it, that was a bottleneck.
Yeah.
And so we're learning each time.
of
It's
course.
a learning curve each time we do.
But every time I'm like, hey, let's do this, and then we figured out a better way to go through the line so things weren't all backed up. I mean, it's a constantly in motion thing. But for me personally, it's the food.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole reason I'd go to a game dinner. I mean, if I could win a gun, that'd be great too. But
Well, and the speaker's a bonus.
Yeah, how about
too.
you, Dan? Yeah,
the
what's your
speaker's
favorite
a
thing?
bonus. I don't ever get to hear the speaker because we're either in the back cleaning or ton of dishes to do, believe it or not. It's the prepping and the camaraderie in the kitchen as we're cooking and putting the foods together, and then the 3-4 of us that are in there, each of us going, oh, you got a spoon, and it's like, how does this taste? What else does this need, and what does that need? So we're tweaking each of the foods, and then just figuring out ways to keep it hot so we can serve it hot. And then it's kind of funny, but at about 5 o'clock, 4:30, the volunteers show up, and then my role changes from helping cook and do things like that to herding the cats and making sure all the volunteers have a place, that they're
Sequencing.
know
and
what they're doing, and that's very chaotic, but those people are phenomenal.
Yep.
We have a lot of ladies that come in and help us with that, which is it allows them then a chance to come in and hear the speaker, have the food, without feeling like this is a men's event and I'm shunned if I come in here, because we have a lot of maybe 20 gals that come in every year, and they are not turned away at the door. I want to make sure that that's known, because there are a few ladies that love to hunt and say, I'm coming anyways, and we've never turned anybody down at the door. But it is a men's event, and but the ladies help us with the hors d'oeuvres and help us set up, help us tear down, help us serve the food, and they're a huge benefit to this event for us, and it's really cool how that's evolved as well.
I was going to say that was a woman initiated thing with, we want to support the male community in our
deep.
church.
Yep.
We really want to support you guys, and how can we do that?
Yep.
Because it's really funny. I mean, not funny, but it's wonderful. We have gentlemen supporting, like our Christmas tea and, that kind of stuff. So I appreciate that folks let the event be what the event is and want to support it.
Yep.
That's
And
very
we
cool.
Mavis has taken over the
This year.
role of running the
Last couple
volunteers
years.
for us, and she's awesome.
She's spot on, man. That's, without her helping us collect and get volunteers, men and women, she's on the ball. Mavis is huge.
And
help.
speaking of that, shout out to the whole team and everybody that comes together, whether they're on the year-long team or, day of or a couple days of, the magnificence of the change that needs to happen in this building to accommodate an event this size. And, we have our lobby in particular and our auditorium designed to be customizable for whatever event happens to need. And so looking at all of the way it's set up in the lobby and the auditorium and the team that it takes to do that is outstanding. Lots of wonderful people investing to make that happen.
The volunteers from
we
from
got the Boy Scouts that come in, and they're gonna tear down and set up and tear down for us this year. There's just so many people. The AV people. If I was good with names, I'd start naming off a bunch of them. But there's a ton of people, and everyone's like, "Oh, John, you're the lead." I'm like, "No, I just get to talk on stage for 2 minutes." Really, the people that are running this are. You're not seeing
those
them.
people.
Stellar.
I just get to be on stage and smile and talk and be nervous when something doesn't go right, but and screw up Dan's little
Get my
hand
evil
signals.
eye.
I said 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. One of the things that I love is the community that's offered and supported in this. Because if there's one thing that we have learned over the last number of years is we need each other. We need good, healthy community coming together around interests and supporting one another, giving room for that in our lives, because it's really easy to be isolated. And the more isolated we are, the more unhealthy we are. So,
and showing that we're not weird.
Yeah, we're a little.
I know, but
you are a little bit weird, John. No, I'm just kidding. No,
but
yeah.
not the weird.
Exactly. I totally understand. Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for coming on in and letting us interview you today.
Thank you.
And thanks to Kelly for spinning the wheels back there. And we want to invite you this next week. Make your plans, gentlemen. Come to the Wild Game Dinner, and we'll catch you with Pastor Mike for the next Something to Think About with Pastor Mike. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. Please join us right here each Friday morning at 8 a.m. If you have any questions or comments about today's show, email wajc@yourliferadio.com. You can hear more from Pastor Mike at Maranatha's website, realchurch.org, on the Messages and Media tab. The opinions expressed here are not necessarily those of the owner.